Okay, without much further ado, welcome to Train Sim Mod 6. Sammy, good to see you, my man. Love the energy. How are you doing today? Anyone else that's currently tuned in, you are very welcome. Let's get my light turned on, if it will. Will it? It won't. I'm gonna start by seeing if I can get any mod updates or completely brand new mods. And is the camera a bit far away? It is, isn't it? It was properly zoomed in, so I thought I'd zoom it out a little bit. And now it's gone the other way completely. God damn it. Alright, hopefully that's not too much. No, that's fine. Perfect, almost. Good. That is good to hear, my man. I'm doing well as well myself. Thank you very much. I can't complain. Start of the stream is a bit interesting. I was basically trying to have like Twitch and YouTube be normal as you're seeing it, and then have my TikTok be vertical. And I think rather than just sort of use the same stream but make it vertical, I think OBS basically made two different streams, which put twice the strain and just had the whole thing just lagging. So yeah, that was the reason for the stops and starts. For any curiosity that may have stemmed. So I haven't played this game in a while, if I'm going to be completely honest. Also, I need to get third rails up, don't I? Let me get third rails going as well, so that I can be tracked. I can be tracked live. Get it open on here as well. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a an update or two to both the weather mod that I'll be using, and also there's like an announcements mod for routes that don't have them by default. I think I've seen them even for routes that do have them. I don't know if they're updated or sort of more realistic or what, but I think I've seen routes that should have the announcements by default also as part of that mod. So I mean, I guess that's pretty cool. I'll track myself, although there's nothing to track right now. Do I appear here yet, or would I have to wait till I load in game? I think I have to wait. That's not a problem. So I'll minimize that for now. Right, so when was the last time I actually played this game? I've been enjoying some GTA recently. There's an update for... Oh my god, there's a lot of updates. Yeah, just all of you just do your thing in the background. Yeah, I've been enjoying quite a bit of GTA. I played some Train Sim Classic on Friday. I think on Thursday as well. So, December the 9th. Okay. Damn. 7 days ago. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's going to be quite a few mods released in the last 7 days. So I think I'm just going to have to open it. Usually I just go to the home page and just like look at like the homepage. If you go to Train Sim Mod 6, it would just, or Train Sim Mod, it would just say what's new and what's been updated. But I think 7 days is a little bit too long to do that with. So we've got a little update for route annotations, not too much though. Okay, something for rail driver as well. It's obviously not going to interest me personally. German platform departure boards enhancements, yes please. That may or may not be relevant. I think it will, although it shouldn't be, but it is what it is. Frankenbahn stock digital displays. Okay, I'm gonna have a little bit of a look at that. Some timetable enhancements for what's BPH? I'll have a look. Caltrain logo restoration again. Okay, and the left our timetable mods. Which one's this? I like mods that are actually realistic, so even though it might be a bit funky, it doesn't mean that I'll necessarily definitely install it. Truck Sims have had some kind of Christmas. Yeah, so they had it last week, the snow and the winter wonderland. Not last week, sorry, last year. And it got everyone excited, thinking, oh, you know, they finally officially implemented snow. Maybe they could do it for an actual DLC or like in the game properly. And they just didn't. Like Nordic Horizons was a perfect opportunity for them to do that, and they just didn't. They just didn't, which is a bit funny. Not funny, a bit annoying, a bit weird. Um, and they've done it again. So they've brought back the map, and I think now with like AI traffic, because there wasn't AI traffic last year. So they're developing this thing, but they're not really implementing it in the main game. And for a long time, one of the most requested things for Euro Truck has been seasons, like different seasons. So yeah, I mean, it's cool to see it as an event. It's cool to have it playable, but not so cool that we don't have it like officially implemented. Fire TSW up last night for the first time in ages. Crashed. So I'm to the MSFS 2024. You've been enjoying that, haven't you? You got me thinking about it, Sammy. I'm not gonna lie. I've got it. Let me see when I last played it. When did I last play MSFS? 2020, by the way. I don't have 2024. July the 8th, 2024. Like, it's been a year and a half since I've played it. I just remember. So I've got a PlayStation 5 controller as well, and I just remember, man, trying to keep the plane level. Like, you had to move the and I didn't make any changes to the default settings. So as it was, you had to make like this tiniest incremental changes with my thumb, yeah, and it was in pain because my thumb was so stiff from like just trying to be so careful with how much, what would be the word, whatever it is that makes the plane go up and down. And obviously I was doing the training scenarios as well, so it's like I'm trying to get a perfect score. I'm trying to get an A. I think it was an A or an A plus or whatever. That's what I kept aiming for. And it was just stress. It was a beautiful experience though, especially as like 90% of my experience with it was in VR. It was great. That's the thing. If I keep saying, so I'm more like a car guy, and as there's still stuff that I need to get on that front, it wouldn't make sense. It'd be criminal almost to spend money on flight sim peripherals before I do like racing peripherals or driving peripherals. And so I keep saying, if somehow it just ends up on my lap, some flight sim peripheral, I'm playing it. But I wouldn't go out of my way to spend money on it just yet. Trim, that's probably it. Yeah, there's a whole lot going on. Yeah. But that's a good thing about like games like that. I like games where the devs keep them alive for such a long time. Like The Crew. Like The Crew 2. To this day, The Crew 2 is still alive. There's still like events going on. It's when a developer can nail longevity, I think that is so important. Right, so what does this mod do? Because you are running out of time. I am gonna be here until about 2:30. Or maybe a little bit before, so I'm not going to be here for too long. Numerous improvements or other gameplay changes to the timetables of Link Orion Striker. Okay, there's a whole lot going on there. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now and have a look at that later. I don't want to take too much time. Some more changes some of the text on the German platform departure boards to align them more with reality. Yes. This mod also adds an airplane symbol to the fonts. Currently only available for Köln, Aachen, and Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr. So airport destination can probably be displayed. Need specific mods to add changes destinations. Okay. I like that. Sounds good. I'll get that installed. Again, don't think it's anything that's going to affect Frankenbahn directly, but I think it's good to have. This one will though. This mod replaces digital display contents widgets on the Frankenbahn Stuttgart Heilbronn trains with more visually accurate recreations. Ebula representing software 3.5 for the year 2000. Ebula switches software version 8.1 if in-game year is above 2000 is later than 2007. That is sick. GSMR now displays time of day and the train number. Auto detected. Active timetable service required. Sick. Are we not? Is this not like a dangerous step closer to Ebula? Wow. Okay. Absolutely. Decided to make a few timetable mods. Okay, but does it make it more realistic? Is this more realistic? I would like it if that was like clearly communicated so that I can confidently go for it. Okay, I like the look. I like the sound of this mod. I like the sound of that mod. Anything for sounds from 7 days or 7 days. So from, I think I had these ones. Freight wagon flange sound overhaul. Sound update to the Wiko. That's gonna be relevant. Okay, let's see what we've got here. What are the reviews saying? This is an amazing sound mod. The sound effects just like in real life. Okay, cool. That's good enough for me. Let's get that. Mod upgrades the flange C4. I don't really drive this much, but rich metallic sounds that reflects heavy rear. Yeah. Sounds good. Go for it. Here's an update for the control course and a slightly more realistic horn. Is that it? Just a horn? Okay. Sounds accurate. It's taken from virtual railroads. Okay, cool. And then something for the 642. Okay, yeah, people seem to like it. Release V3, I think, would be the correct one. PC editor, some interesting things, but nothing for me to get involved in. There's a passenger announcement. Bless me. Bless me, wow. My sneezes are starting to get me more and more off guard. So yeah, bunch of routes there. Highly experimental release with optimized storage for timetables and layers. More routes added, mostly German routes. Added experimental features, Ebula. Go for it. Why not? That sounds fun. Anything new from Jetwash? Nothing since 7 days ago, which I believe is the one I'm currently using. Although that looks like a new thumbnail. But anyway, I believe... Yeah, pretty sure it's one I have already. Timetables, I'm not really gonna mess with anything for now because I'm just using like the default. And yeah, that's about it. Cool. So, before I install them, let me get the weather mod open because I think that might also have an update. There we go. Update. Let that do its thing. Next. Get all of you guys. Cut. Bring you over to the DLC folder. Paste you all. And also get the announcements running as well. So you're finished. Thank you very much. I can close you. I'll start you. Ebula. So does this Ebula use like an extra not an extra, does it use a file that I have to download and import, or would it just automatically do its thing? For some reason TikTok has moved away from my stream and gone to another video. Make it make sense. You can't. Hello, Dan. Yes, I just did a big sneak. Wait, my TikTok is completely gone. Really? TikTok stream's dead. I just did a big sneeze, but I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Yeah, TikTok seems to be gone. Okay, well, in that case, there just won't be a TikTok stream. Unable to connect. Okay, I'll keep my eye on you. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna have this Ebula open and just see. I don't know what Tim Tim is. It's a Dutch thing. It's like a Dutch Ebula kind of thing, I guess. I don't know, but it looks sick. Like it's a proper tablet layout with like live time and everything. Okay, let me leave the Ebula there for now and see if it will automatically do its thing. So currently, If I go about, it just gives me the routes that the announcements work on, but there's no information about anything else. Okay, cool. Clear that. The route, where's the route annotations mod? Under weather. Because that was open. Cool. So that's ready to go. Minimize that as well. We can finally get the game open. Hopefully no crashes, no issues. And go for it. Oh, you're sick now. I'm so sorry to hear that, Dan. I'm so sorry to hear that. Make sure you're taking good care of yourself. Get those hot liquids in, soups, broths, you know, the lot. 2 mugs, tea, ginger, lemon, honey a day. Other than that, just wait it out, man, and rest. Properly rest. I had like a cold some years ago, and I don't know, so I get into these things and then I end up paying very dearly for them. There's another one that I won't mention. But I had a cold and I was like, you know what? I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. How am I having a cold and I'm just laid out. I'm done. I'm cooked. And I was like, nah, just no. Like, I'm not having it. I'm just not having it. And so I just did what I would normally do. I just ignored it and pretended it wasn't there. And it ended up lasting twice as long as my colds usually do. And after that, I was like, okay, maybe I should just chill. I should just relax, not do too much. And so ever since then, anytime I've had a cold, I've just taken it easy. And I found that it's quickly passed. Although it has been interesting, as I'm fasting, having a cold, because I had it last week, it hit me. And I was like, okay, cool. So my body's meant to be in a state right now where it can just like fight anything and be ready, right? And you know what? It didn't hit me the way it usually does. So I think like there was a positive reaction from not having eaten anything for a while. And that was quite interesting to like watch. So yeah. Yeah, this third rails it keeps giving me this issue. It did it to me the other day when I was trying to play Train Sim Classic, and it wouldn't like connect me basically. Now it has. Here it has. Okay, so I'm there. So I should be able to find myself on the one that you guys are seeing on the stream as well. View multiplayer. But yeah, it wouldn't work for Train Sim Classic, and I thought, okay, maybe it's just a Train Sim Classic specific thing. But then it turned out that even now, when I opened it, playing TSW, it did the same thing. But at least I'm appearing now, because when I was playing Train Sim Classic, I wasn't appearing on the map. Like that error would completely sort of block me out of the third rails app completely. Okay. So, I'm just going to get straight into it, onto the journey mode. Let me know if volumes are all okay and stuff, if when I start driving, you know, you can hear me fine. We've actually done a decent bit, 20 out of 33. For someone who hasn't really been playing that much, that's actually pretty solid. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and then quite a few here, but still, not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. Let's get into it. Hopefully, there won't be too many night runs. If there are night runs, I'll try and avoid them. But then all that means is that they're gonna get bunched up at the end when I finish all the day ones, and then all we're gonna be doing is night runs, and that's gonna be kind of dead because you can't really see anything. Going back to the Netherlands, nice one. When? Okay, so first things first. C4 on, PZB on. Key, master key, or reverser handle, I guess in this case, on, into forwards. Any doors to open? No, we're a freight service in journey mode. Yes, please. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that, actually. cool. So no passengers to worry about then. Brake key off or on. I don't think I need to mess with much here, to be honest. Should just leave everything as is. Signal lights normal, that's fine. Instrument lights on, yes please. Yeah, we should be good. We should be good. We're just waiting. Oh, they have done something to the screens. I like that. Okay, so now the Ebula thing. Okay, so there's nothing on it. So I think I would need to like download or create the Ebula file, and then import it into this somehow, and have it work like that. Okay, cool, no problem. So I'll leave that for now then. 4 days. I believe it's business, wouldn't it? I think that would be the reason. Correct me if I am wrong, of course. But yeah, enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy yourself as always. You deserve a little getaway, even if it is work related. Why are you here? Okay. Always something. I should have probably released the brakes while I was waiting. We good though. I think we're good to start moving. Leave it in step 2 and just wait for the brakes to release. Once we start rolling, then we can start properly going through the notches. Route looks beautiful with Jet Wash's mod. The weather, I'm looking forward to any transitions because they're going to be completely 100% realistic and natural and true to life for this date. Cool, into 4 as we're getting moving now, crossing PSB. I'll keep that held until we fully pass it. There we go. Press it again because the 1000 hertz didn't illuminate, so I guess that just wasn't applicable to that particular signal. Into 6. We'll just hang around here for a bit. Oh, I didn't turn my alerts on. Why did I do that? Let me turn my alerts on. I don't want to miss anything if should anything come through. I don't want to be none the wiser. We'll have our token follow from Kevin. That wasn't what I wanted to do. That was what I wanted to do. Test, test, test. Give me the horn. Thank you very much. Close you. Let's get back into the game. Although it's still not guaranteed to work as it should, but hey, I'll do what I can, isn't it? Oh, you're going to be in Dublin, Sammy. Nice. You guys are just enjoying little getaways here and there. You can pre-book your security slot on the... I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know if it's Schiphol or Schiphol. Good little tip there, though. Yeah, enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Honestly, why not? You know? Like, literally, why not? It's a long train, boy. Keep an eye on our speed as well. Make sure we don't do too much. Okay, so that actually was a 1000 hertz. Bring the taps down to about 6, I think. Keep us just under 40. Oh, it's a free service as well. Is that the only website, the only airport where they have that feature? Would they have it somewhere like Amsterdam as well? Because if I would go to the Netherlands, which I do want to do at some point soon, it would be Amsterdam. I wish there was something that displayed CIFA before it started buzzing. Because the actual CIFA light is like down here. And I mean, I guess I could just move my view to like there. But it means I'll have to manually change it every single time, which would get a bit annoying. I hear a train somewhere. What was that? Invisible walls, man. In that situation, what's the point? Honestly, can't even like peep another line without getting told no. In Dublin, you have to pay for it. Okay, so it's like a regular service then that like most airports would offer, but just not all of them would do it for free, I guess. Do have a red coming up. I should have, I don't know if I can make the instrument lights brighter. Because it's quite a struggle to see anything right now on them. Mostly because of the angle of the light, but also don't think they're as bright as they could be. I'm just gonna leave it. Thank you, Sammy. I haven't played The Crew in a while, you know. I think it's been two to 3 weeks now since I last played it. Which is the longest break I've taken from it in a while. And I'm for sure going to be super rusty coming back. I'll definitely come back to it at some point. More second places. Almost at platinum, my guy. So am I. I'm one stage away. But then I've just left it, which really sucks. And it means I'm going to have like a much tighter time frame in which to get that platinum. But that also means I'd be probably because of the pressure, I'll be playing it a lot more. And then I'll probably turn into a full-time sweat at that point. I do wonder if they made platinum too easy to achieve. The fact that I saw so many people, and yeah, people that put in like tens of hours a day, But the fact that I saw people regardless get it within a week or two of it being a thing, and just with like how the amount of sweats that are in the game anyway, I just wonder if it was a bit too obtainable. $80, really? Are you sure? I don't think it's that many. I feel like it was a lot less before I even stopped playing. Not that I'd be complaining if that is the case. Full power. Oh, now we're on a downhill gradient. I might regret all that power putting on. I'm not gonna lie, it is always nice seeing a 363 just doing his thing, chugging along. I always appreciate seeing just little jobs being taken care of while I'm doing like a normal run. Be it shunting, unloading, loading. Whatever the case may be, really. Quite the walk horse, this loco. It's carrying a fair bit. Don't know if I'm mistaken, but I think you'd usually see something like this with two locos up front. Hello, Mr. Jackson. Thank you very much for the 16 months, my man. Where's my alert? There we go. I have to like wake it up from its slumber.
Hello, Mr. Sir.
Appreciate your support, my man. Hope you've been keeping well, staying safe, looking after yourself. If I was to like increase the perks for like YouTube members and like Twitch subs, aside from emotes, what would you guys want to see? What would you want to have privilege to? like your own personal stream. Or I don't know if I could do that on Twitch. So I know on YouTube you can have like a members only stream. I don't know if that's possible on Twitch though. But let's just talk hypotheticals. Or like, yeah, like private content or privileged content, if you want to call it. I'm just not quite sure what that would entail though. I'm not gonna lie, you know, I think we got that just in time. Got pneumonia. Oh my! Look after yourself, bro. That's both of you and Dan that are not too great. Look after yourself, my man. Don't need an extra. That's just me. Just up as a train driver. I mean, honestly, like genuinely, that's something I could work with. That's something I could work with. I'd have to look for like a proper gimmicky train driver outfit or like locomotive driver outfit. Early access is usually a popular one to videos, but I don't really... I'm not like a YouTuber, you know? I upload YouTube content, but I don't think I'm a YouTuber. I'm definitely more of a streamer. The space on... There's a Discord channel for subs only. That was where I was planning when I created that channel, to host like sub-only streams on Discord. Maybe giveaways. I can go back to doing giveaways, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't have the funds to like buy stuff and give it away at the moment. But still, that could be something that I could like note down on my imaginary list. Well, hopefully, Jackson, you keep the momentum going, man. It's difficult to go cold turkey, but good luck with it. Good luck with it, man. It would be worth trying for sure. All right, Sammy. Proud of you, mate. Take care of yourself. I don't know if I'm going to be here by the time you get back. I'm probably going to end this at like 2:15 our time. Somewhere between 2:15 and 2:30 I'll look to end it. So yeah, we'll see. And congratulations as well on quitting smoking yourself. That's big, man. Ah, there's no God mode on here. I want to move the graphic settings from maybe like Frankfurt folder or Frankfurt S-Bahn to here, but there's no God mode. It hasn't been updated. Why not? Why is like progress of that so slow recently? Let me just double check it. It's not me just like bugging out. Is it utilities or is it other? No, it's here. Oh no, 4 days ago it is there. I'm just bugging out. Okay, god damn it. Okay, let me finish this run and then I'll install it and then it will get cracking. How did I miss that? I really didn't. No, I'm bugging. Okay, well, I'll take care of that after this run. Alright, Sambi, I'm not streaming tomorrow. Well, I don't have any planned streams. I'm gonna have to go out somewhere, but if I don't stream tomorrow, like an unscheduled one, then yeah, for sure Thursday. If you'll be about on Thursday. Definitely worth checking, Dan, if you have that limit, so that you'll know what sort of buffer you're working with. What sort of like the word is on my head as I thought about the question and then it left. What are those things? What are they called when you bring something back from holiday? But anyway, like those things. Are there any worth getting from the Netherlands? From where you're going to specifically? What do I have planned for Christmas? I'm doing like a festive stream on Monday. That should be fun. And I don't know if I'm going to play any Holiday Express though, but I think I should be open to it. Maybe some Holiday Express. Probably the Metro, the San Bernardino train, like the Christmas lights on that. Anything Christmas related. Maybe the panoramic coaches on a Rosa line. But I will be Christmas themed. Other than that, I'll be going out to somewhere nice to eat with the family. And then spending time with family. Yeah. In food terms, on the 22nd, we'll be devouring a Christmas turkey. With, you know, the usual Christmas table layout. Brussels sprouts. And, what else is usually laid out on a table for Christmas? Crackers. And then at some other point, I'll be going out to eat some Michelin rated food. Well, if we're still talking food terms, the roast dinner will be prepared by myself on the 22nd. And our Michelin star food will be prepared externally. And then there will be a family dinner at some point later on. I hope I've translated the events to the foods well, you know. I hope I've written the menu well. Cheese, strop waffles. Oh, street waffles, yeah. Oh my god, they're so good. And I've only had like the ones here, like that you just buy from, you know, Tesco's or whatever, and they're good. I can't wait to actually go to the Netherlands and have street waffles there. I hope they don't disappoint. Cheese, I'm a cheese lover, so that works well for me. What sorts of cheese? Me working the Monday because I'm too nice. Eat like a king all week. That's the energy, mate. If you're not eating like a king all week, you're doing something wrong. Oh, I've heard good things about Gouda, and it sounds cool. Like, the cheese is called Gouda. Gouda cheese. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? We're not playing any games here. I've got no idea what it tastes like. But it can't be bad. It can't taste of anything other than class. Wait, is Gouda also a place as well? Or are you talking in food terms? See, now you're just... You've spun my head, Jackson. You've made my head spin. Oh, it actually is a town, and that's where the cheese comes from. I didn't know that. I've never known that. I've only known that Gouda was a cheese. I've never known that the place where it comes from is also called that. Makes a whole lot of sense, though. It makes a perfect sense. I'm not really getting a sense of speed. I think I just need a high refresh rate monitor, because on that monitor where I'm looking at you guys at, that one is 144 hertz. And when I was using that as my main one for a while, I'm pretty sure it wasn't a placebo. I'm pretty sure I actually felt a much better sense of speed. I was in Amsterdam last week on Monday. Oh, nice. Is that where you got ill? That's some old Amsterdam cheese. That's like always. I mean, that's cheese for you. However, like, I don't... Look, I'm not one of those people, yeah? Like, even blue cheese, I won't go near it. And I think I was talking to the missus the other day about this. I said, I think I need to maybe try it before I judge it, because I've judged it so hard. But ultimately, it's expired. It's mold, right? Like, I like cheese. I love cheese. But I don't want it. And I know ultimately it is aged. It's something that is aged as it is cool. But there's a limit. Because there's also that cheese that actually has maggots in it. Like, what makes that cheese the cheese are the maggots, their saliva or something. Like, even that exists. But that's too far. I'm not going to eat that. I'm a cheesehead. I'm not going to eat that, though. Absolutely not. So, like, it does also have to taste good. I don't just like cheese. I'm not a cheese connoisseur where it's like it tastes like the backside of my rear, and I'm still like, oh, yes, I can. Yes, it's got a nutty flavor and a very creamy texture to it. No, it's got to taste good. It has to taste good. You don't like the thought of blue cheese. It's like at the worst end of cheeses that many people that I know personally have sort of vouched for. So that's the only reason that I'm even willing to that I'm even thinking about giving it a go. Like, ultimately, we'll see. If it's rank, I'm gonna say it's rank, and I'm never gonna give it a chance again. I just had a core memory come to mind. When I was young, on my high street, there used to be a cheese stall, just like a little caravan sort of like trailer thing, where the guy used to sell cheese from the back of it. Oh my god, the stench when you'd walk past it. I think he eventually went out of business. I think he got sick in Amsterdam. I didn't know there was a connection between pneumonia and smoking. Young Gouda is the best, or butter cheese, or some brie. Even brie. Brie's a very common one. I don't recall having it. I don't think I've had it. Cheese has to give you that wee tingle at the back of your jaw. There are times for it. I know what you're talking about. There are times for it. Not all the time. If I'm having, for example, like a bit of mozzarella or a bit of cheddar, I'm having it for the flavor, for the taste, and when it's warm, the meltiness. But let's say I'm having like some sort of fancy meal. I can only really imagine that with a fancy meal. And I don't know, something with meat in it, or yeah, just something rough, then yeah, I can be down for that for sure. You know what? Goat cheese, I don't think I've had either. I don't think I've had goat cheese or sheep milk cheese, which I have just learned for the first time exists. I'll tell you what I haven't had cheese with. You know, on a charcuterie board. No, not cheese. Sorry, that one is grapes. You know how they'll have like grapes. I'll have the cheese and the meat together, but I don't understand the grape pairing. Now maybe I just need to give it a go, and that's why I don't understand it. But as I'm yet to give it a go, it doesn't really make sense to me. Is it to do like the wine? Because the wine kind of makes sense. I haven't even had wine with a charcuterie, but I understand the pairing. So is that where the sort of the grapes comes from? Because they're kind of the same thing ultimately. I don't know. Some old Swiss mountain cheese with some pear. You're not gonna sell that to me, Jackson. Sorry, you're not gonna sell that to me. Pear with cheese. Where do we draw the line? My principle is that you can't judge something without trying it. So as you've said, try it. I can't even say no. So let me say, if the opportunity presents itself, if I'm going out to eat somewhere and there just happens to be a cheese and pear pairing, then fine, I will try it. But I can't imagine it being nice. Pear is pear, man. Like, it's a fruit. Like, I'm here wondering how grapes comes into all of this, and you're talking about pears. Oh yeah, Dan, absolutely. That I can wait, I was gonna say I could testify, but I've had mozzarella with sun-dried tomatoes. I don't know if I've had feta with sun-dried tomatoes, but I see the vision. I see the vision for sure. If you go Michelin dining, for sure they have a cheese board as dessert. Ask for recommendations of pear or grapes. Listen, me and the missus, we love a charcuterie. Cheese board is more or less the same thing, right? Would the cheese board have some meat in it as well? Have some slices of meat? Or would it just be cheese? If it's just cheese, I don't know if I would invest in that. Like, for me to spend a decent amount on a risk like that, aye, and then it goes wrong, nah. If you get your butt to London and we go out to eat, then it could be on you, innit? But for me to go and do that, I don't know. I think we might get emergency braked here. The problem with this train is, or this loco, no, we're good. The problem with this loco is if you still have the taps on and you hit the brakes, it locks you out. So if I had to go down the taps from 24, I think, or something, all the way down. But we're good anyway. No meat on the cheese board traditionally, but you can, of course, get some ham with it. Some good serrano. Okay, that I would need, I'm not gonna lie. Because as much as I love cheese, I can't do only cheese. I love me that kind of meat. I love me that sort of meat. So I'd have to have that included as well and just have them all together. Or at the very least, I can nibble on the cheese by itself to judge it by itself, or maybe the cheese and pear, for example. But then I would need the the meat there, just in case, things go wrong. To sort of clear the palate a little bit. Okay, so you're just bringing in more and more fruits now. So is this just a thing then that you have these meats with fruits, or these cheeses with fruits? That's a bit worrying. Now again, I can't judge because I haven't had it myself, but let me say the thought is concerning. I've never heard of that. Today is the first time I've heard of that. Just like the sheep's milk cheese. I've never heard of that before. Goat's milk, yes. Sheep's milk, I've never heard of that. Making cheese from it. I'll bear it in mind. I'll bear it in mind. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, oh, I'm gonna run out and try and get my hands on that. I'll bear it in mind. And again, if the opportunity presents itself, maybe we can work with something. But it's a big risk. No, listen, these foods exist. These foods exist. It's just maybe, they're not popular options, or maybe I haven't surrounded myself with, you know, the type of person or the type of people who dine that way. But look, we've gone to eat at classy places before, and I don't recall seeing these things on the menu. So maybe it is also a thing where you won't find these things generally around, and you'd have to go to somewhere that maybe specializes in that type of food. I can't really argue with that. You haven't really left me much room to argue. That is a pretty sensible sort of like middle ground. Even cantaloupe. I don't know how often I see cantaloupe in like fruit markets and stuff, especially in this season. But it's definitely out there, just not everywhere. What a strange pairing. And where does wine come into all of this, or does it not? It would be a nice experience. It would be. Me and the missus, we like to experience, or yeah, experience, but also experiment with those sort of dishes. Hello, Omar. So much look forward to next year for TSW6. Multiple interest in and phenomenal third-party developer routes. As a console player, I do feel apprehensive seeing through the last few releases, and that's absolutely understandable, Omar. And I think the right way to approach these releases, and you're right, there is a lot to look forward to. You're not wrong, but I think as a console player specifically, I say wait for reviews. I don't know how active you are on the forums or maybe the discords, but if people have things to say, they will voice their opinions on those platforms. So, if you've got money to burn, then by all means go ahead. But I think the wise thing to do with purchases, especially on console, even on PC, I would say to people, be apprehensive, but especially on console, be cautious for sure, for sure. Cheese and most of the times with white wine. I don't know. I don't know if I've even ever had white wine before. Maybe I have. Either white or red. I think I've tried one of them once. I need to get my hand on God mode real quick. I do. Not gonna lie. I like my rosé. I think it's more of a feminine drink, but I'll keep it real. I like my rosé. I do like my rosé. Not too dry. I don't like it when it's super dry. Right, I need to delete the old one. Where is it? Please, alphabetical order. Thank you very much. The amount of times I've run like 3 or 4 different versions of God mode is ridiculous. Just completely like clueless to the facts as well. And I remember when I had 3 stacked, there was an issue where with like random trains, the windows would just be completely frosted. So I don't know if anyone's encountered that, or if you do encounter that your own PC and you do use mods and you do use God mode, just make sure you always uninstall, you manually delete the previous version, because it could cause some funny business. Like, how would you even nail down an issue like that? Like random trains, some from like TSW2, some completely brand new ones, some in the middle, would just have their windows completely like frosted up. And it would be that way from the outside, but when you go to the internal camera, it all looks fine. Very, very weird bug. In Germany, you try almost everyone as a 16-year-old because you could buy it and it's almost double the alcohol of beer. That's like so that's the German culture of like rebellion. Is going through wine. I feel like every country has a different thing that they do. In the UK, it's vodka. In Germany, it's wine. I look through the forums all the time. So much negativity from console players regarding the Stuttgart route. Apparently, nearly half the service are missing on PS5. Yes, not only on I don't know if that only happens on console. I think it does only happen on console, Omar. That was because of a bug with the Mannheim route. So if you have the Mannheim route, the Ludwigsbahn, if you have that route installed, it will take away all of those services. And when you remove that route, you get all the services back. Very strange. Very, very strange. And also with all the negativity, use your own mind. It's very easy for people to be negative. It's very easy to be sucked in to the negativity. Take what people are saying. Separate the facts from the emotions, and then apply your own thinking and your own wisdom and your own opinion to, whatever it may be. Short little freight run. 3 bottles of wine, Jackson, is more than plenty. Red wine and coke. That one I've heard. That they do that here as well. Red wine and coke. It's not common, but it's under the radar a little bit. But it's known. It's a bit of a known thing here. I'm not against trying it. No, see, that's the danger. Those drinks where you don't taste the alcohol. My type of drink. This GSMR does look the same. It's another freight service, so brake key off, and I'll release the brakes as well. We are on flat ground. So we've got 2 locos now. And we've got some tankers this time. Nice. A lot of noise coming from, I guess, imaginary work taking place on these sidings. Got another 140 over here with a 360. Still, the engine's just being on. I don't understand, man. I don't know what the need is. Can we go in here? Nope. It is a shame though, isn't it? I'm on PC. I've got all the layers. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. All we have in all of these tracks is 1 363 and 1 140. Sucks a bit. It's the only activity we have going on here. If we're feeling freaky, then combine it. What, Serrano Cantaloupe? and the wine and coke. The Stuttgart route is similar to Bremen Oldenburg, in my opinion. I mean, honestly, Omar, I feel like Stuttgart Heilbronn does have its own. Where's Frankfurt S-Bahn? I don't know if Jetwash has made. I guess it has because it's here, isn't it? Or maybe not, because I can't apply that one. But I applied Frankfurt S-Bahn. Okay, the zoom has zoomed out a little bit, which has allowed me to see Sifa. And the lighting is much nicer. Yeah, God bless Jetwash, honestly. What a legend. What an actual legend. Thank you, Jackson. Where is it? In food and... Is it in the food channel? I'm going to start populating that heavy... Oh, also, I haven't told you yet, Jackson. I've mentioned it, but you weren't here. I'm going to start a food channel. Either end of this year or the start of next year. So that should be fun. I'll be plugging it on here. So that obviously, you know, you guys can help me sort of push it a little bit. Help it gain some traction. Maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll get there once there's some traction. For now, I'm just thinking when I go out places to eat, document everything. But yes, perhaps we could diverge into cooking streams and yeah, doing things at home content. Absolutely, I'm down. I've been out of the kitchen for years, And although I'd never say like I had like a passion for cooking, a love for it, I did enjoy it, and I was always willing to like experiment, try this, try that. I mean, it could come in handy. You could be like, my just the person that watches over me. Like if I'm about to do a disaster, if I'm about to make a decision that I cannot come back from, then you could be there to like be like, hey, you know, you could be like what Nabil is, you know, on this channel. That's why we need smell-o-vision and taste-o-vision to come. I don't know why it's 2025. We're about to go into 2026 and we still don't have that technology. As a race, as humanity, we are slacking, man. We are slacking big time. Big time. Why do we not have that yet? My nightmare. I don't think it would be that bad. I don't think it would be that bad. I have fun in the kitchen. Again, I haven't been there for years, but I have fun in there. The regional service is waiting for us. Since when? Since when does that happen? Freight has priorities. Feeling like the US. Okay. See, now that might just bring on unnecessary pressure. And you know, if I wasn't feeling any pressure before that point, I would definitely be feeling it then. That's what I should expect, really, of you guys. That's what I should be expecting. I'd be a fool not to expect it. But the fun thing is, I'll be able to do whatever I want to do, and you guys can't do anything about it. So I could just be rage baiting. Every cooking stream could just be like a rage baiting stream, and you'd be able to do nothing about it. It would be great. I'd have to put a disclaimer before all of those streams. I'm not responsible for any damage incurred from watching the stream. That would have to be my new starting screen. I'll just be honest, I could even stream even when I go out to eat. I could stream that as well, like a bit of a mukbang. The issue is, being in London just makes everything awkward. Not only do you have to worry about your phone being stolen, but you just know that everyone around you is judging you very hard. That would have to be something like a wall to be climbed over, an obstacle to climb over. Listen, and that's why I completely agree. That's why I say with like jobs, for example, there's two jobs that I always say you don't do for the money. You don't do because it was an easy job to get into. You could only do these jobs because you are passionate. And there could be more, but for me, these are the number 1 and 2 things. Being a chef and a teacher. Those are 2 jobs you cannot do just because. You will die. Them jobs will kill you. They'll get the better of you. Cooking is an art. Teaching is an art. If it's getting visual on purpose, yeah, that's the worst, man. When you see somebody doing something like that on purpose. Like, I've been watching a lot of like mukbang videos. It hasn't been the best idea I've had during a fast, but I've been watching them and I've been enjoying them. And I like it when people are eating with decorum, when they're displaying the foods, you know, nicely. Because you'll get some people who they'll make a mess on purpose You ain't got to do that though. You know, food deserves respect. It deserves to be treated well, nicely. So yeah, I hear it. Where does where does religion tie into that, Jackson? Just out of curiosity, where does religion tie into eating chicken wings? Funnily enough, though, on the topic of like eating a lot of food, there is a guy that pops up who does like food challenges. I'm talking like 8 kilos of like rice and stuff like that, and he'll do it. He'll finish it, but he doesn't eat messily. You know, so you know some people when they do like food challenges, for example, they'll just go. You don't have to do that. Gluttony is a sin. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, just have some decorum. You know? Food is good. We all like food. Just have some decorum. Have some self-respect. You know? Oh, we might get emergency brakes. God damn it. Just double the length of this run. That's it. Be decent about it. That's literally it. That's literally it. Just be decent about it. You know what? I've considered that. I was like, okay, sometimes in order to make the content nice, maybe I'll have to order quite a bit. I have thought about that. But in that situation, I have what I can and I'll just save some for later, no? Like, that would be a suitable, like, fix. You have what you can, and then you have the snack sorted, you have dinner sorted, and if you still have leftovers, then you have food for tomorrow. I'll tell you what, yeah, there's a place, like the best place that I've been to eat. It's a cafe. It's a cafe near, like, it's not far from Oxford Street. And the portions, I wasn't ready for the portions. Hello, LeBeau, how you doing, bro? I wasn't ready for the portions. Everything came up big. Like, it was a lot. But it was so flipping good. I would go there and do it again, man. I would go there and do it again. Yeah, Nabil, normal, bro. Normal. Oh, man. Our kitchen, like, growing up, our fridge. You know, like, there would be a day where sometimes my mum wouldn't cook anything, and it would just be eating what like what's still been in the fridge from the past few days. Like, there would be that much just left over. I haven't had a tagine in a while, man. I haven't had one since I moved out. I haven't had couscous as well. That's something that I've missed. Tagine, couscous. Yeah, those two like proper Moroccan dishes I haven't had. Diabolical is not even the word for it, man. I need to get the recipe from my mum so I can make it myself. You know, I mean, like every Moroccan mum has her own like touch. I need to get my mum's recipe. Oh, Herrera as well. Yeah. I haven't had that in maybe 3 years. Maybe 3 years. Why are the indicators pissing you off, Nabil? What about the indicators pissing you off? They're very clear. The lighting is good now that I've got the mod installed. So what's your beef? I'm not a date person, you know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't do dates. I don't hate them. And I know they're very healthy. There's a lot of health benefits. And as a Moroccan, that is a you know a disgusting take. But I'm not a dates person, man. Yeah. Like I said, I don't hate them. I can eat them, right? I can eat them. Maybe it's just that I haven't had the right ones yet, you know. But there's a taste. There's a taste somewhere inside. This doesn't sit well with me, man. Great sugar sauce. Great sugar sauce and very healthy. Very, very, very healthy. Very good for the brain, I believe. Good for getting things, you know, through your body as well, I believe. A lot of fiber. But yeah, man. Just, yeah. Dates of chocolate. Ah. See, something like that. Maybe I can give something like that a go. We also have things here with dates as well, made with dates. Don't know if they have chocolate in them, but they're like a snack. Those are okay. I'm okay with those. Again, they also have that. Yeah, it's a taste. It's a taste. It's a very specific, particular taste. But I can get behind it. But with the actual dates themselves, though, nah. What? The indicators in the bill? Bro, this loco is from like 70s or something. You gotta ask your people. See, dates inside a donut, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. That sounds good. I've never considered that. I've never seen that. But it sounds very good. That I'd be willing to try 100%. I feel like the textures would go very well with each other. Yeah, I'm 100% down to give that a go. It must be from World War One because it's got round PZB indicators. You're a very unique person, Bill. Very unique person. I want to make sure that this is updating as it should. Okay. I believe it is. More freight? Why not? I'm not mad about it. Okay, maybe I should have the brakes on here. We are on a bit of a slope. Oh, instead. Well, you know what? I'm glad I misread it because I think that's a banging idea. The pizza B indicates of the cherry on top. No, but what else do you hate about this train? Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Does the wheel piss you off? Does the reverser piss you off? The headlights as well. Do the headlights piss you off? Look at them, man. Yuck. Piss you off as well, right? I don't know if the bug still exists where I guess not on this end, but on the other end of this loco, the right wiper clears the left window and the left wiper clears the right window. Don't know if it's been fixed. The red brake lever, okay. I believe that's the horn. I'm assuming that also pisses you off. Even worse. And then this is going to be a very disappointing stream, I'm afraid, for you. Sorry, not sorry. That's the Auschwitz loco. I have no idea. Can't confirm, neither deny. The arrangements of the brake pipe indicators. I think that's cute. It's like a nice little bum 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 bum. I think maybe the problem is with you. Why are you not a hater for the things that you have a hatred for? Like why don't you hate the fact that you have a hatred for them? Why aren't you a self-hater? The Ebula is a mod. That's why. So that makes sense. That checks out. The Ebula is era appropriate. Apparently the GSMR is also era appropriate. Apparently they change the software on it. And then if you change the... But it looks the same to me. But if you change the date in the game, it should automatically change as well. Like the software version of the GSMR. Which to me, sounds like we're getting very close, if there's that type of functionality that can be achieved by mods, to a functional Ebula. Can't deny the wipers. What are you talking about? I mean, I can't deny the wipers. Elaborate. Can't deny the fact that the wipers piss you off. Again, elaborate. Is it the fact that they're wiping the windscreen? Is that what pisses you off? The fact that they work? That they're functional? I need to get a window open. Just for the sake of being there, okay. So you would prefer that... You would prefer there not being a wiper at all. So you'd prefer that if you were to drive this loco, you would just be... basically driving blind. Oh, why is there a second wiper? Oh, you're talking about the second wiper. Okay. Have you considered the fact that maybe, perhaps, just maybe, the seat exists for somebody else to look through that window? You know, have you considered? Oh, the metal thing. Well, it's for manual operations, isn't it? It's for manual operations. What are you gonna do if the wipers, the mechanism, or the electrics don't work, and you need to clean it, you need to clean your screen? What are you gonna do? What do you do in a modern day? You take the train out of service, mate. Cooked. Train's going straight back to the depot. Is this S1 service pissing you off as well? It should though, to be honest, with delivery. That one would make the most sense out of all of your complaints. Don't question it, Jackson. Don't ask questions. Have you not learned yet? You don't ask questions in TSW. Wi-Fi on the trains. Yeah. Shh. Don't question it. You're the one that's wrong, not the game. Don't forget that. He's gonna copyright you for using his face. You better be kind. I don't really know, Nabil. Wish I had an answer for you. I ain't got a clue. You're gonna sue him for $10,000 on what basis? If I do that, Nabil, I'm gonna be in the exact same position that I am right now. You know it. I know it. Running on a spot type vibes. Maybe I should try on like the official Discord, the DTG Discord. Yeah. Interesting, huh? Very interesting. What do you mean, Jackson? Like, what do you mean? There indeed is a an official Discord. I'll let the Bill take care of the invite, because I don't know what chaos would be I'd be bringing in. What, the final release in the Bill? You mean? No set arrival times. I think it's drive. Oh right, yeah. Well, I think don't. Isn't there a timetable on some routes? Like you have a time to arrive by, but on others it's just yeah, a bit of a free for all. Like they are on the timetable. Like the timetable with services, but yeah, just with no end times. Until there's actual pressure, it's gonna continue to be like that. I mean, how long has it been since the first time I said that now? It's been months. And it will continue playing out the exact same way. You can just deliver whenever you want. Funnily enough, when I was playing Train Sim Classic, there was a freight run for the route that I was playing, and that had a time that you needed to arrive by. Although that had its own storyline, which could have been part of the reason, but still. You also load your own cargo. Train Sim Classic has just so many features that truly have it heads and tails above TSW. It's crazy. Bring on TS3, man. TS3 prototype when? Wait, 30 kilometers? 30 kilometers for what? No, haven't been to any Christmas markets this year. Not yet. Don't know if I will be going. Absolutely not worth it. Why not? Isn't it worth it to buy overpriced food and drinks? Isn't that part of the Christmas market spirit? I think it's expensive as hell every year. Yeah, literally. That's like normal prices for like events here. Like there's a winter event that takes place here every year, Winter Wonderland, and oh my god, everything is overpriced. Like we're not just talking overpriced. We're talking like ridiculous pricing. What during Christmas markets? Because of the red signal, Nabil. And judging by the indicators, it was the right decision. Because when I've done it and there hasn't been a need for it, the lights stay off. The Bethel 40 light stays off. Whereas in this situation, it illuminated. You always have beef with me overriding. And then the one time when I was like, you know what? Okay, let me not do it then. Where I normally would do it, I got emergency braked. And that signal was no different to the other ones that you told me, oh, you don't need to do it. The rules still apply. Okay, so why are you questioning it? Okay, well, if I'm going past a signal on a German route and I see that there's a red there, whether it be one, two, up and down, left and right, one here, one there, however they're displayed, I'm overriding. I haven't studied the depths of German signaling. As a matter of fact, I have not studied German signaling at all. So all I know is I see yellow, I acknowledge, I see red, I override. And that has gotten me through tens of different routes over many years. That has been the formula. That has been the winning formula for me. I'm not learning nothing, boss. Do you know how heavy German signaling is? You can do that. Not like you got a choice anyway. You haven't got a choice. As someone who does have a choice, I refuse. I absolutely refuse. Also, Sammy's got me thinking about flight sim, you know. Sammy and Jackson talking about it on a Discord. They've got me thinking about it. What is there? Is there a German signaling test? I don't doubt you for a second. You'll definitely pass it. But you will have to put in the work. If you're gonna buy it, Jackson. If I had flight peripherals, I would do so after some research comparing 2020 to 2024. I think I'll just go for 2024 anyway. But I need the peripherals. Without the peripherals, I'm not doing it, and I'm not buying the peripherals myself. Nabil, listen. All I've seen so far is like a small inkling. I've seen a window into that realm, and I want nothing to do with it, boss. I know it's complicated. I mean, hey, Jackson made it work, Jackson. So, sorry, Sammy made it work, Jackson. So there's no doubt that you can. I just, yeah, it's just you're so limited compared to actually having a throttle or whatever it may be. That for me, it's almost like there's not much point in like, because when I do get onto it, I want to take it seriously. Like I want to really like, I want to learn everything that there is to learn. That's the thing as well. I'm not going to spend that kind of money for something that I'm not going to really utilize to its fullest potential. I mean, yeah, Nabil, for like the arcade sort of experience. But as someone who would try to do things properly, controllers are rough, man. Naturally, Jackson, yeah, I believe so. I want peripherals now, Nabil. Like if somebody offered to get me some, or somebody was giving them away and they were like, you know, do you want these? Bro, 100% I'm taking them. Like I want them. It's just it's just a purchase. You know, if I was to purchase them, that just wouldn't make sense. Hardcore armor reforged. I've got armor, and I was gonna like go back to it some years ago, like 2 years ago. But that was when I ended up moving around, and it just didn't happen. That's a game I wouldn't mind considering, and also, um, oh, what's that one that like made like a bang when it came out some years ago, 3 or 4 years ago? It's another like war simulator. What's the name of it? It's like it's got one word in its name. In real time later, Rush. Only for a week already. That's sick. So like, is it one of those? Is it like a server where you have to like do an interview and stuff like that, where they make sure that you know you know the war stuff, the terms, how to talk on the radio. Because there are some that are like super hardcore to that extent. Yeah, okay. Okay. See, man, at that point, yeah. I don't know, man. When you start doing interviews for a virtual war, I don't know, man. For me, I don't know. I mean, hey, Dan, they add to your numbers, right? Why not? Also, maybe I should be doing the overlay. I don't know if the overlay has stuff for this route yet. No, it thinks it's like it's Ludwigsbahn. No, let me just leave it alone. Don't want to mess anything up. Currently doing transport, troop transport, and some air support missions available. Oh, you're playing it on console? I didn't even know Arma was available on console. What? Since when? Oh, only Arma Reforger. I didn't know any of them were on, but yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Jackson, but you know, not the same minute. You don't get the same experience. I would have recommended the PC, but I've seen the prices of RAM. I might as well sell my RAM and make like a lot of money. I've got 32 gigabytes, but it's DDR4, not DDR5. It should still be worth a lot of money. Really, Dan? What is it to do with what you said last time? That's amazing news. No, not even just that, Jackson. Not even just in terms of that, but like, you know, graphics. Obviously, you get better graphics on PC, higher frame rates. Just the general experience is elevated. I don't remember the details of it then, but there was something that was in a place where it could have been in a different place that would have made it a lot more efficient. That is the long and short of it. Short and long of it, I should say. From what I remember. Jackson, you wouldn't even have to spend that much money, boss. For a solid gaming PC that can play games at 4K, you would not even need to spend anywhere near €1,000. Now you would because of the RAM prices. Yeah, now you would need to. I think that's everyone's fear. Oh, I've got to spend thousands. Absolutely not. And that's with buying new parts. You don't have to. If you were to buy, if you're willing to buy used, you'd be even more better off. If you go PC for real, I mean, if you go balls to the wall, then yes, you'll be spending even more than that. Let's say the latest, the highest end, the best graphics card on the market, the best gaming processor, the best mother, you know, all of this. Of course, absolutely. But you won't need that. You know, even for 4K, you don't really need that. My PC's not worth a grand. And I do 4K 60 FPS with every game I play. It's the start of your takeover. Let's go, Dan. I'm behind you. I'm supporting you. Yeah, again, top of the line. Top of the line. I mean, the monitor that I wanted is £2,000. the monitor that I wanted, but that monitor is ridiculous. It's like, I think it's 57 inches, 4K, um, OLED. You know, I mean, I always go for ridiculous things, man. That's just me. That's my taste. But you could get a very good QD OLED 4K monitor. And to be fair, yeah, you'd be looking at that price, but we're talking high end. QD OLED 4K, we're talking very much high end. So yeah, you'd be looking at that type of money. But let's say like a 1440p high refresh rate, like a quality one, you wouldn't need to go that far. And again, we're still talking brand new. If you were happy to go used, even better. Samsung do have the best monitor. Well, let me not say the best monitor, but Samsung do have some very good monitors. The one that I said to you, the $2,000 one, is a Samsung one. It's a Samsung monitor. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The only thing that really put me off it was the fact that it wasn't QD OLED. Oh, I wanted a QD OLED monitor. But it had everything else. It had everything else. Proper HDR, 4K. Like everything else was on point. Need me some energy. Citrus Shield. Let me Google that real quick. That sounds familiar, but I don't remember what exactly it is. Okay, all I'm getting is juice. Can you remind me what it is? It sounds very familiar. Is it actually a juice? Is that what it is? I could have sworn it was something different. Citrus Shield. It sounds so familiar, not because it's a juice. I didn't even know it was a juice. I have never seen that in our stores, and yet we have that brand everywhere. That's the one. Toilet cleaner. That's all I was seeing is juice. I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is not it. I don't know. I don't remember what it is, but it's definitely not juice. Toilet cleaner. I had those drinks over the weekend. I had the mango pineapple. No, mango apple passion fruit. I enjoyed it, but it was so sweet. It was like messing with my throat. I like the running sounds of this loco. One of the first things that stuck out for me, even when I was playing on early access. Even the Wiko has nice running sounds. I think this might be the last run for today. Hello, man, bot. How you doing? I'm gonna get my hands on something to drink. It's the only thing that I've been relying on to give me energy. Have been smoothies and electrolytes. I haven't had my electrolytes today, so I need to do that. And then when I go out later, I'll get myself a smoothie. Yeah, I'm still recovering from a cold, man. My chest is still clearing itself from everything that's inside, and it's not pretty. What is inside my chest is not pretty at all. But there was a similar smoothie with like similar ingredients that I had last week that really helped. It had ginger, clementine, a couple of other things in there that, you know, are usually known for being healthy. I'm on full service. There's nothing more I can do than be on full service breaks. I'm don't want to go into emergency. Okay. Slowed us down in time just. Oh, bro, that's the worst. Especially sometimes when you can feel that you've got stuff in there that needs to come out and you just can't. That is the worst. But yeah. It had really got me last week and now I'm in the recovery period. Why this? Oh, not the G6. The G6 in 2000. Where's Nabil? Show this to Nabil. The G6 in the year 2000. That's fantastic. That's grand. That's great stuff, man. Try not to breathe so you don't cough. Good advice. Thank you, man. That's great stuff. How's studies going, my bot? Real life challenge. Last one to hold their breath wins. Wins the Lamborghini. That's your life card, bro. Pneumonia is rough. I thought he has to be hospitalized for that. or have we reached new levels in medical science? You were flipping out, man. Do you have to pay for your healthcare there, or is it nationalized? Oh, okay. Honestly, I always think private is best, especially in the area of health. Normal one gets deducted from your wage. Yeah, same here. Same here. Whether you like it or not, whether you use it or not. I mean, hey, if you want to invest into anything, health is not the worst option. Bit too eager on the brakes, I think. Hopefully, it lets us get away with it, though. Yes. If there's like something super short that I can do, I'll do that. If not, though, I think I'm gonna call it there. Nice, nice. Yeah. I feel like not enough people think about that, you know. And I understand why people don't want to, but you kind of have to. You kind of have to. I'm gonna leave it there. There's something with a G6 for Nabil. I'm sure he would like that. I'm sure he would like that very much. That was not beatboxing. I'm talking about. Let's see where I can send you. You streaming TSW6 at this moment in time. Only 2 other people. Simro's crazy, bro. When's the update coming out for the foliage? That's when I'll play it. Until then, I'm not touching it. Oh, bro, I had things to say, but it was them ones where it's better to sometimes keep your mouth shut if you don't have anything nice to say. Nobody's streaming Simro. How can an event be the game? You dispatch the game. Part of the game is imagine there's an event on Motorfest where you do grand races, or there's an event on Train Sim World where you drive the trains. Bro, that's what the game is. So when I asked it, I was waiting for him to tell me, oh, you know, I don't know, something, man, something to make it an event. And then he just said, oh yeah, you're like, yeah, people just be dispatching. So the game's so dead that people have to now schedule playing it, and they all have to play it together. to make it seem like it's something different. It's just a game. Maybe, you know what, Jackson? Maybe you're right, man. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's all it is. I don't get it. I'm not special enough to get it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just not special enough to get it. You have to be like part of a special team to get it. It's an event. I wouldn't understand. I wouldn't understand. And that's where I'm gonna leave it. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you guys on Thursday if I don't do any like surprise streams tomorrow. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe. Health is wealth. Till next time. Peace out.